Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new, my name is Melissa and today's video is going to be all about this look that I have on right now. So if you guys want to see how I got this look, this makeup look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so we're just going to start by first pinning my hair back just a little bit. These are just some Bellamy clips that I have had, and we already have the eyebrows done because I just didn't want to waste time, because that does take me a little bit longer these days. So yeah, let's just jump right into the eyes. I'm going to zoom you guys in real quick so you guys can see closer. Okay, so we are going to be using again the Jaclyn X Morphe palette volume 2 today. I'm going to put concealer on my lid just to have a nice base. And I'm just using the Fenty Profilter concealer. Today I grabbed some products that I love that I haven't used in a while, because I was giving drugstore products and some newer products some love. So I thought, why not go back to old ones that I know I love as well. So I'll be showing you guys some new, or not new, but compared to what I was using in my previous videos, these are new. I don't think you guys seen most of them. Obviously there's some things that I just can't change that I love so much. So again, like my sponge, I will always use these affordable sponges. So I'm gonna jump right into it, get the shade Certified, which is the bone color right here. It's this shade right here. I'm just going to use a Morphe M504 brush. It's just a fluffy brush. And I'm going to take that color and just set that concealer. So this concealer is considered to be more matte for some people. I have dry skin and I use it underneath my eyes, or like underneath my, you know, to cover up my circles and stuff. And I don't find it drying whatsoever, and I have extremely dry skin. So I don't know, I guess it just depends how you prep your skin. I mean, it always does. That's why I say that I always take my time, and I honestly probably apply too many products for my base before foundation, but it makes a big difference. It really does. So there we have that base. Looks a little white, doesn't it? I'm going to take a Japanesque brush. This is the 723 brush. You can find Japanesque brushes at TJ Maxx, at Marshall's. So you guys can go there and actually buy them for super affordable. Like $3, $4. They're really, really good brushes as well. So I'm going to go for an orangier, warmer toned eye look today. There is a technique that I'm going to use, or the way that I apply my eyeshadow, it's going to be pretty similar to my video of the Valentine's Day makeup. I've been loving how I make the eyes look using that technique. So I'm going to show you guys basically kind of what I do. You can do it with any color, really. I did the Valentine's Day look, which was more of the cherry palette from Naked. The Naked Cherry palette from Urban Decay. And I also did it with the So Fire from KKW Beauty. So you guys can recreate it with any palette. So I'm taking 3 shades, which is Love Handles, Comfort Zone, and Perfectionist, which are these 3 right here. And I'm just mixing them together, and I'm going to apply them all on the crease, just going back and forth with all of those. Again, I really like to put my eyeshadows into this inner corner of my eye up here. I just find that it really makes my eye look bigger. So if your eyes are small, you should try that technique and see how it works for you. Okay, so I put that down. I'm gonna take, I think I'm gonna take the shade Home Body, which is this really nice brown. This shade right there, I'm going to take that and also add it to the crease. I'm using a smaller brush. This is a brush by Wet n Wild. Again, they don't have names. I'm pretty sure it's just a crease brush. So I'm just going to apply that, focusing it more pigment on the outer corner. Oh, I just poked myself in the eyeball. My eye's getting watery. So yeah, focusing the pigment on the outer corner and then working it into the inner corner. So the reason why I'm doing my eyeshadow first is because I am going to clean it up, obviously with concealer or with a wipe, it doesn't matter. But I am having it come out further, and you guys will see why, because we're going to be creating a wing with shadow, and it's going to look really good, but you want it to come out so you guys can connect the wing, the upper wing, with the bottom lash line. So that's why it's like all messy basically out here. So I'm going to take a brush like this. This is a Sonia Kashuk brush. It's just an angled brush. And this is going to help with really creating that wing with eyeshadow. So for eyeshadow, I'm going to take the shade, I believe it's called G Money, and it's that shade right here. I'm going to be taking that with that brush, and I'm going to be creating a wing right into the lash line. So I'm still going into the lash line. So I'm going to go all the way in and then make the line of like a winged liner. Just trying to get really close to the lash line. I'm just flicking it up like that. We are not done. I know it doesn't look great right now. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Now, she doesn't have a deep brown, like a chocolatey brown. So I'm going to, for this look, I do want a chocolatey brown. So I'm going to get a palette, still affordable palette, to put a brown onto that line as well. So I'm going to go in actually with a palette from Jaclyn X Morphe as well. This is from the Vault collection, and this is the Ring the Alarm palette. I'm going to take this brown right here, which is going to be a really good shade to put into the line, the lash line as well. And I'm using that same brush that I was using before. And I'm just going to deepen it. So I'm going to take this brush right here. This is a Sonia Kashuk blending crease brush, and taking that shade that we used first on the lash line, which is called G Money, I'm going to grab a little bit and I'm going to start working that wing and pushing that product upwards to blend that wing. So really working that outer corner first, and then whatever's left going in. We don't want how you guys can see that line. We don't want that line to show so stark. So we're going to be blending that with the colors that we did use for the lash line. This one. So we are going to take that brown that we used, which actually the shade is called Secret, and I'm going to take just a smaller brush, it's a little bit more dense, and I'm going to obviously work that as well in the outer corner. So if you notice, I didn't take that brown shade, that deep brown shade, chocolatey shade, into like the inner part of the eye. I kept it really right here on the outer part. So now we're going to work on the face and we'll come back to the eyes. So I'm going to prep the face. I'm obviously going to start with my Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask. You guys already know is hands down my favorite. It's what I use to moisturize my face. Now I did do my skincare. I used, again, the Bright Boost line from Neutrogena. So I used the exfoliator. It's a gentle exfoliator, nothing too harsh for your skin. I used the serum and the gel cream. And I'm going in with this moisturizer because, like I said, it's my favorite. I'm going to take the Smashbox primerizer. As you guys can see, I really do love this product. It's basically empty. I do have a backup, not of this one exactly, but it is a primerizer. And I really love this for my skin. I am trying to use it up. So that's why I decided to use it today. Always go up on your neck. You don't want to go down, that creates wrinkles. So I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Flawless Filter. I haven't used this in a while and it is a favorite of mine. So I'm going to apply it to the cheeks. Technically where I would normally highlight over foundation. But I do this over foundation, under foundation, sometimes both. So it just depends. I'll see how I feel if I want to do it on top. Probably not on my chin area. I can do it underneath, but once I have foundation and everything, I don't want to draw attention to the texture around my chin area. So we're going to leave that one without highlighter. And you see, this just gives you a nice glow, and this will look beautiful underneath foundation and as well over it. I just think it gives you a nice, healthy superstar youth glow. So for foundation, I'm going to go back to a favorite of mine. This is the Fenty Beauty Profilter Hydrating Longwear Foundation. I haven't used this in a while. I think since I came back from vacation or for my anniversary in October. So it's been a while. And I was like, you know what? It's a favorite of mine. Let's use it today. It does match my hand, so the rest of my body. So you really, like I said in previous videos, you really want to push the foundation, concealer, everything really into your skin, so it's not just sitting on top of your skin. Especially these little crevices around your nose. Like, I know sometimes they will look like dry and cakey. But it's all about really pushing in the product and making sure that it's really blended and really into your skin. So going on to concealer, I'm going to go ahead and use the Fenty Beauty Profilter concealer. And I'm going to apply it. This one is a little bit lighter, so it is going to brighten a little bit, not too much. And I wiped it out, and I haven't gone back in with any more product because I don't want a lot of concealer, because that's how you get it cakey. You have to build, instead of just applying one big old layer. It's easier or better for you if you work it in little by little. And again, I go underneath first, and then I'll blend up into the eye. Make sure you get the inner corner, because this is an area as well where I get really dark, purpley blue tones. So you really want to get in there as well. And then here is where you can really sharpen that shadow. So I'm going to take some of that concealer, but I'm going to put it in the back of my hand. Taking that brush that I used for my carving out my eyebrows, which is just a flat concealer. This is an e.l.f. one. I'm just going to grab a little bit of it. And I don't want to go right here. I want to go a little bit above, because I am going to put shadow on the lower lash line, and I want to connect that to the shadow. Like that. And then I can take my sponge and blend that out. Do the same on the other side. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with a contour stick, and I'm going to use the KKW contour stick in the shade medium. I'm going to take the lighter shade and put that around the areas where I want to kind of contour, kind of bronze. Then I'm going to take the deeper side and go a little bit on the outer part of where I put that first shade. And then going back to that lighter shade, I'm going to use that for the nose. And a little bit on the jawline, why not? Using that darker one as well. To really blend a cream contour, I like to use brushes like this. So there's one by e.l.f. and there's one by EcoTools. This is called the Diffused Blush brush from EcoTools, or you guys can get the e.l.f. 105 brush. But typically what I like these for, you see how they're little tiny hairs longer than the rest? That helps really blend it in nicely. This one has the same thing too, if you guys can see. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the EcoTools one. I don't have a preference. I like both. Usually I just use this one for bronzer, and I have the other one available for for contour, and the other one available for my cream blush. And I feel like these just blend the product effortlessly, And this product, this KKW contour stick, they are very creamy. Now, you really don't need to cream contour if you don't want to. If you think that, oh no, I'm oily, it's not gonna work for me. Well, the thing about cream contouring, if you're oily, is that if you do the cream contour and then set it with your typical bronzer or contour powder, that's really going to lock in the cream and it's just going to make it last longer. So powders will fade away as well. So by doing the cream and then doing the powder, it's really going to make sure it lasts longer so you won't have any fading. So I would do this if you are going to have a very long day or you're going to be photographed, you're at a wedding, you're at a quinceañera or a reunion, an anniversary event, whatever it may be. It will just last longer and show up on camera as well. So I'm just swirling it up. I'm going up, not down, because you want to lift. If you go down, you're going to make your cheeks look saggy. And again, I'm just swirling on the jawline, wanting it to go up, then down again. So if you can see, I'm going like this. So I'm basically flicking it up, blending it up to create that shadow. Now for my nose, to contour my nose, I use a brush like this. This is an angled concealer brush. This is from Equal Tools, and I like it because it's small enough to really define my nose. Make sure you go all the way up to connect it to your eyebrow. Like that, and you could always go over it with your sponge if you think it's a little harsh, just to soften it up. And I am going to use the Fenty Beauty. This is the Island Ting bronzer. It looks like this, and I'm going to take a brush like this. This is the Morphe M406 brush. I'm going to get in there, tap off the excess, and just lightly, because we don't want to move anything else. We don't want to move the cream. I'm going to lightly buff it onto those areas just to set it. Sometimes I will set my contour, sometimes I don't. If I'm going for that super dewy look, I probably won't, I most likely won't set it. But I guess today we're going for the full-on glam. And then also don't forget to set that jawline. And then again for my nose, I'm going to take a brush like this. This is a Real Techniques brush. I don't know what the name is, but I'm just going to use it for setting the nose contour. For underneath my eyes, I am going to set my under eye, and I'm going to use my Hourglass. This is the Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I haven't used this in a while. I'm going to make sure I have no creases. And then I'm going to take my Real Techniques powder sponge, and I'm going to take that onto the tip, and I'm going to put that underneath, and then really push it into the skin. And you can really go in here and basically really contour that nose, if that's what you like. So there, I just set the under eye. For highlight, I'm going to use, obviously, my favorite. This is the Jaclyn Cosmetics The Flare palette, and I'm going to be using the shade right here, and this is the shade Glow Up. Yes, Glow Up. The brush that I've been using is a Real Techniques, not Real Techniques, Sonia Kashuk. This is the highlighting brush, but today I'm just going to use the one that actually came in with the palette, which is the what number is this? The J02 brush. So I'm going to take that and then apply it to the high points of my cheeks and swirl it, really blend it into the skin. Tip of the nose and going up the Cupid's bow, of course. And then I always go around my temple and up my forehead, the sides of my forehead. Like that. For blush, I am going to take the Becca blush in Songbird. So it's this shade right here. It's really pretty. It has a nice sheen. I'm going to take the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill JH04 brush. It's an angled brush. I'm going to take that. This blush is really pigmented, so I'm just going to push it onto the cheeks. Just like that. Then I'm going to grab a brush like this. This is the full face brush from Eco Tools, and I'm just going to blend everything around my cheeks together. So going back to the eyes to finish the bottom lash line, I'm going to take a brush like this. This is like a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to go in with the shadow Homebody and G Money, taking a little bit of both. And I'm going to connect that outer part to the lash line. Now, taking a clean brush, I'm going to basically smudge and blend those colors. Just so it's more smoky underneath there. I am going to take my favorite, this is the Morphe M321 brush, and I'm going to take my highlighter and pop it in the inner corner to open up the eyes a little bit more. Since this is an all matte look, this little pop of shimmer will be nice. And then going in with a little bit, I'm going to pop it underneath my brow. So I curled my lashes, and I'm going to use the Colourpop BFF Volumizing Mascara, and this one's in the shade Brownie Points. Yes, Brownie Points. I feel like with it being warm brown tones on my eyelids, I think for my shadow, I think that a brown mascara would look really nice. So I'm just going to apply my mascara, and we'll move on to the lips. So there, I just popped on that nude liner underneath my waterline, or on my waterline, and I'm going to quickly use my clear brow gel and I'm going to brush through my eyebrows to remove excess powder that might be on them, like that. And then for the lips, I am going to use the KKW Beauty. This is a Nude 2 lip liner. So it's a little bit more brown, more chocolatey brown. So I'm going to take the KKW lipstick. This one is in 2.5 Nude. And I'm going to apply that on top. Lastly, I'm going to spray my whole face using the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. So that is the finished look. I really love how the eyes look. It helps my brown eyes pop. I have like a cinnamon brown eyes, so it helps them pop a lot. And I really like that technique, called like creating like a faux liner with the eyeshadow. I really like it, so you don't have like a harsh liquid liner. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, enjoyed this look. Recreate it. Tag me on Instagram if you guys do recreate it. And yeah, I will be doing obviously more looks using the Jaclyn Volume 2 palette for you guys. This is my second look, so I will be making more. And yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click the little bell so you guys are notified whenever I upload a new video. And yep, I'll see you guys in the next one.